Hi everyone, welcome to your Alchemy Scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the macro cycle. So what story is imbuing the energy set for all of us on a collective scale? To do that, I'm pulling up the Sabian symbol for the exact degree point of our new moon in Scorpio that is occurring at 19 degrees Scorpio on November 11th, 11/11/2015. The Sabian symbol is delicious. It is a woman draws away two dark curtains, closing the entrance to a sacred pathway. Now, this one, you don't have to be very intuitive to get the whole message, the whole energy set behind this micro story of this symbol, because these symbols, sometimes only a couple words long, contain great depth of meaning. This particular symbol, a woman drawing away two dark curtains that have been closing the entrance to a sacred pathway, is so self-evident. We are opening our eyes. We are seeing new realities. We are seeing the depths of interdimensions. This is juicy. It's very good. And for it to be occurring on the 11/11 portal, this new moon point, is quite something. So it could be, whether you're a woman or a man listening to this scope, that indeed you feel the energies quite clearly at this point in time as we move forward into, a more evolved self. It's ever evolving. The last couple months have been kind of unprecedented. The next several years will prove to be powerful and shifting. We are not going to recognize the people that we were. A year, even 6 months down the line, we're not going to recognize who we once were. This is a very poignant time. You are moving through a very poignant portal. You are stepping into your power, and in fact, you are drawing away curtains that previously veiled realities. So this is exciting. So let's go ahead and move on to the I Ching and see what your specific sign's microcycle is. Sagittarius and Aquarius. So I am recording this for both of you because you both received the same I Ching hexagram to reflect your particular microcycles, or the energetic stories playing out for you between the Scorpio new moon and the Sagittarius new moon. You both received number 1, creative power. This is the first hexagram in the series of 64. The two trigrams that make up creative power are sky above, sky below. The air is ripe with imagination, inspiration, and energy. The dragon is an ancient symbol of an electrically charged, dynamic, arousing force that bodes well for creative initiative. If your goals are in alignment with the greater good, and you assert yourself in a positive way, your actions will meet with success. This is a good time to exercise leadership because you can be strong now. But be aware, success turns to failure when strength turns to arrogance. This hexagram is one of the most auspicious in the Book of Changes. In effect, whoever draws this hexagram is offered success by following the 6 stages of its lines. By being sensitive to conditions and doing things in the optimal order, one develops greater influence. Time itself becomes the means to make real what is potent. Aquarius, welcome to your December spreads. So this is always, of course, a reminder that these run with the natural cycles of nature. So it's new moon to new moon. This particular scope is called December, but it really runs until the December 11th new moon in Sagittarius. So this is, the official start is the 11/11 Scorpio new moon cycle, okay? So I've already shuffled. I'm using my Siri deck, my custom deck that I've made and used for myself. People have asked if this is for sale. It is not. As of now, it's not. However, I am making 2 phenomenal new decks. They are underway. One should be completed shortly and will be launched. The other is hopefully going to be done by Christmas time, although I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to get it done by then or not. So I will keep you posted. We will pull your ascendant, and we're going to, like we've done last month, and what we're going to continue to do is do the intuitive spread with the archetypes. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull and see what's coming up. What circumstance, event, or situation is likely to be coming forward for at least the majority of awakening Aquarians during this cycle? So you've received another very simple spread. A couple of the signs this month, it's interesting. There's been a couple things. One is the shuffles are taking longer, and the other is some of the signs are receiving highly simplified spreads, and it's almost as if, I mean, this is the sense I have. This is the realization that I've been having for a long time, is that everybody is starting to spread out and branch out on their own becoming. And because of that, these general spreads are going to be harder to do. So that's why I actually honed my question this month to say awakening Aquarian-centric people. People are finding their own paths, and we're still within a macro cycle. We all still live within the bigger cycles of nature. But it's going to be, I have a feeling a lot of the divinators on YouTube are going to have to hone to a certain demographic for us to really tune in. So that's a lot to be said. I'll probably say more about that. That's just a little note. Okay. So for you, this month does look like you're going to be in a state of uncertainty and confusion. And that is not unusual for the last few months. The last 2 months, I would say even since midsummer, have been very rich and highly confusing. There's been a lot of information in what I call the field of consciousness. We're getting inundated with it. I think we have become much, much more sensitive when we've gone through this portal in September, this energetic shift. And we have been becoming more sensitive over the years. Now, technology can be overwhelming. Electromagnetic fields can become overwhelming. We're all wanting to step into our alignment and our path, and that can be overwhelming. So it might be, Aquarius, that a lot of you are feeling confusion about various things. You're wanting to spend time alone, it looks like, this month, and be in contemplation. And your mind, you're wanting to rest your mind about how to proceed. So it's what I'm getting, Aquarius, for you is that there's almost a shutdown occurring this month. It's a little bit dark. The sun has gone down, so it's going to be harder for you to see these cards. But this is the time alone card, and this came up in the foundational sector for you. And what I'm getting is that because things for you feel overwhelming during this particular cycle, now keep in mind, this new moon, this 11/11 Scorpio new moon, inherently was powerful. One, it's because it's the time of Scorpio, and the Scorpio time frame chapter of the year is inherently about depth and truth. So inherently, it's encoded with depth and with intensity. And it occurred on 11/11, which is a portal. And this came just a month after we had this other energetic upgrade. So yes, be patient with yourself. It can be overwhelming. However, again, the good news is that you are going to be in a space of wanting, it looks like, to be alone. Now, for some of you, this card could be referring to the fact that you feel alone, that you are alone, that you feel lonely because you are lonely, that you are alone, that you feel isolated. But I'm getting that that's working for you because there's an area that is actually resolute, that you need it, that you want it, and you are in a contemplative state. So you are insisting, in a way, you are in a state this month of insisting that I can't deal with the confusion. I need time alone. I need to contemplate. I need to be in a state of review. This came up in the emotional sector. So you are going to be feeling contemplative. Again, this is a general reading. This is not going to apply to all of you out there, Aquarius. However, for many of you, it could be that you're feeling contemplative. You're reviewing what the heck is going on. What do I want? Where am I going? But your mind, it's interesting. So you're going to be in a state of wanting to rest the mind, the thoughts. Resting the thoughts, stopping the thoughts, taking a break. Maybe, hopefully releasing some of the stories that spin. But you are going to have thoughts going on. You're wanting to stop the thoughts about what has been the thought theme for many of you, which is, how am I proceeding in life? Where am I going? What am I doing? What is my next step? How do I proceed? How do I continue? So you're going to be in this state, dear Aquarius, of wanting to rest the spinning mind about where to go, where to go, where to go. So the main theme for you this cycle is confusion. However, you are insisting on alone time for contemplation, and you are resolute that you want to rest kind of maybe even the gripping thoughts about where am I going? How am I going to get there? What's going to happen? All of that. So let it be. Let the cycle pass. Take the rest. Take the break from thinking about, if you don't know, you don't know for a reason, see? It's always functional. When we don't know or we're confused, it's actually a function. So, and often confusion can also be a response. So it can be a state of us procrastinating on our next steps, but that's not what I'm getting here for you specifically. What I'm getting is you're willing to break the spinning thoughts about how, what, why, when, which is good, very good. So let's move on. We'll get some more information from the other cards. Okay. So Aquarius, as I did last month, I'm going to pull 3 Carolyn Miss Archetype cards, and I'm going to lay them out, and I'm going to have you intuit which one is calling you, and whichever one you select, that is the quality set that is asking to be matured within you this month. So let's take a look. So this is for Aquarius. Aquarius. My shuffling's getting a little rough tonight. Let's see. Aquarius. Let's pull your 3. Okay, nice clean break for that. So there's your first one. And Aquarius. There's your second. And okay. Aquarius. Beautiful. Okay, Aquarius, so go ahead and see where your eye goes. See what one calls you. See where you feel a sense of expansion. And we'll go ahead and shuffle Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck and pull the Ascended Master that's the distinct guidance for you during this cycle. For Aquarius, we had a couple pop out here. If one pops out, I take it. If many pop out, I don't take them all, but I do make note of what cards they were to see if they come up again. So for Aquarius, Teacher, Rakasi. So let me read Doreen's book, and then I'll show you the image here. So this is Teacher. So Doreen, and hopefully you can see that. It's getting pretty dark now. Okay. So this card is about learning and teaching. You've learned a lot from your experiences and relationships, and now it's time to pass that knowledge along to others. Your current situation is bringing you opportunities for spiritual growth and teaching you some important life lessons. As soon as you understand and accept these lessons, old patterns will drop away and be replaced by new experiences. This time frame of confusion that some of you are currently moving through is, in fact, a time to assimilate. And it's a time to get out of the head and into the body. So, learn from all that's marinating within you now. Use this time. This is a teaching portal, for sure. It is not only for you, but for all of us. It always is. Life is in general, all the time, always. But it's a rich time now. Okay, dear Aquarius. So let's go ahead and pull your quality set. So if you pulled this far left card, you're receiving Rebel. Let me read it. So Rebel, Aquarius, is about rejecting legitimate authority out of anger and rebels out of peer pressure or out of fashion. And it's about moving into challenging authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So it's rebelling with integrity, with authenticity, about what truly is not working. It's about the deeper manifestation of rebel versus the superficial. So if you picked the center card, Aquarius, you received Addict. You received Addict. Okay. Now, obviously, any addiction will inherently cause confusion as well. So let's see. So the shadow attributes, Aquarius, compromising integrity and honesty. Again, integrity coming up here. Compromising integrity and honesty allows an addictive pattern to have authority over the inner spirit. What wants to be evolved with Addict is helping you to understand and confront addictive behavior. So this is about getting real. If you picked this card, this is about getting real with some addiction you might have. Addictions could be food, alcohol, drugs, sex. It also could be addiction to toxic drama, toxic belief systems, emotional patterns, mental patterns. Depression can be addictive. So look for the various addiction that you might be having that is calling you to address it, to really see it, own it, take it on, be responsible for it. Beautiful. Aquarius, and I don't think this is the first time you've received Alchemist. Alchemist is coming up for you. If I'm not mistaken, this card has come up at least one other time for you this year. Maybe more than once. So the Alchemist is about moving out of misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice and moving it into a transformation of base motives into transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Again, integrity. So for me, integrity is a thread through all three of these, I would say, for you this month. It's about going deep. It's about getting real. It's about being authentic with your motives, about getting real with what's going on, and about elevating your motives, elevating to the gold, out of the base into the gold. Really gorgeous this for you, Aquarius. So let's move on to the Dakini and see what comes up for you there. Aquarius. So we come here to the final component of your monthly alchemy scope. And this is where I pulled the Dakini Goddess to show us which embodiment would optimally serve you to walk this cycle with least effort and optimal flow. This month you received number 53, Shamani. Again, I use the 64 Dakini Oracle that has been written by Penny Slinger. And Penny writes this about Shamani. She practices earth medicine, employing the smoke of her fire to contact the air of the spiritual realms. As I did last month, I'm going to read here the Dakini transmission. I am also this month going to add the affirmation. So you will have two components here for Shamani. The Dakini transmission for you is this. I am here to bring you visions in the smoke, to dance the medicine wheel where spirits, human, and animal combine, to work the sacred magic of the heavenly and earthly net where all intertwine and sing the sacred songs and dance the sacred dance. The affirmation for Shamani, Aquarius, is this. I am not alone. I have many invisible friends, spirits, and animal helpers waiting to assist me. I am open to their guidance and their blessing. I believe I can communicate with the spiritual realm for the benefit of all. I'm going to read that again. I am not alone. I have many invisible friends, spirits, and animal helpers waiting to assist me. I am open to their guidance and their blessing. I believe I can communicate with the spiritual realm for the benefit of all. Aquarius, I wish you a beautiful month ahead. For those who are interested in gaining clarity about their soul print, the stories that reside within, their soul path, their patterns, the growth edges, the evolutionary trajectory of their life path, I offer sessions, and you can connect with me via my website, and the link for that is below this video. Have a wonderful month, Aquarius. Talk to you soon. Bye.